Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Sobat Hebat Matsa Surba. Hello everyone. Welcome back to online English lesson for SMP or MTS Grade 8 with me, Heru Haryadi. Today, we are going to discuss about countable, uncountable noun, and also quantifiers. Before we start the lesson for today, let's say the dua together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Raditu billahi rabbah, wabil islami dina, wabi muhammadin nabiyya wa rasulah. Rabbi zidni ilma, warzuqni fahma, waj'alni min ibadikas salihin. Amin. Alright, in the last meeting we have discussed about there is and there are, and also prepositions of place. And now, we are going to discuss about countable and uncountable nouns, and also quantifiers. The learning objectives for today are: you are able to identify the countable and uncountable noun. The second one, you are able to use the quantifiers in the sentence correctly. And the last one, you are able to ask and give information about an object appropriately. Okay, here the first explanation for you, that is about countable versus uncountable noun. What is the difference between countable and uncountable noun? Alright, countable noun refers to things that can be counted. And then, uncountable noun refers to things that we cannot count and divide into separate elements. Yeah, there are two kinds of countable noun. There is singular form, and also the second one is plural form. But how about uncountable noun? Yeah, here uncountable noun, it's only has one form, that is singular form. The next explanation is about quantifiers. I will tell you what quantifiers is. Okay, students, quantifiers is a word that usually goes before a noun to express the quantity of the object. There are some quantifiers that are much, many, a lot of, a few, a little, some, any, how much, and also how many. Yeah, as I explained before, that a quantifiers is a word that usually goes before noun. So what type of noun is it? As we know that there are two types of noun that are uncountable and countable. So we have to know what type of noun that should followed by these quantifiers. I will show you one by one. Starting from much here, much followed by uncountable noun. For example, I have much money. The second one, many. Many should followed by countable noun. For example, I have many novels. And then the third one, a lot of. A lot of should followed by uncountable and also countable noun. For example, I have a lot of money. I have a lot of books. Yeah, we can use both of them, uncountable and also countable. A few should followed by countable noun. And then a little should followed by uncountable noun. For example, for the sentence, I need a little sugar. Yeah, sugar is uncountable noun, right? So if we want to use a little here, it should followed by uncountable noun. I need a little sugar. And then some followed by uncountable noun. And also countable. Any should followed by uncountable noun, and also countable. How about how much and how many? Yeah, how much should followed by uncountable noun, and how many is countable. But for some, any, and how much and how many, here I will focus on the type of the sentence. Some is only focused on positive sentence. Any is only focused on negative and interrogative sentence or questions. How much? It is only used in the form of questions or interrogative. It's also happened with how many. How many is only used in question form or interrogative. Are you still confused with this explanation? I will give some example for you that related to quantifiers in the next slide. Alright, here can we count the object countable and uncountable? Let's do this practice together so you can know which object that called as countable and which object that called as uncountable noun. Here we go. Orange. Can we count oranges? An orange, 2 oranges. Of course, we can count orange. Okay, can we count rice? No, we can't count rice, so that here we use some rice because we can count the rice. Okay, a cat, 4 cats. Can we count cats? Of course we can count it. Okay, the next one. Can we count cars? Yes, of course we can count cars. Here you can see the picture, a car, 4 cars. Can we count pain? No, we can count the pain. So that here we use some pain. Can we count students? Yes, of course we can count students. You can see in this picture a student, some students. Can we count water? No, we can count the water. So that here we use some water. Okay, I will give this explanation for you more detail about how to use a or an. Yeah, we use a or an plus countable singular nouns. Yeah, an plus vowel and then a plus 4 consonant. Yeah, the example is, yeah, you can see the picture here is orange. So if you want to say that this orange is only one, you can say an orange. We use an because the first word here is O. O is a vowel, right? So we use an rather than a. So an orange. And then a student. Why this picture use why this object use a? Because the word here, the noun, is initiated with S. S is a consonant, so we use a student. Well, the next one is car. You can see here the car is only one, so we say a car. Why this picture is used a rather than an? Because this word is initiated with C. C is consonant, so we use a car. And then the last one is a cat. Okay, about some. We use some for affirmative sentences with plural nouns. It means that this object is more than one. The first example for you, there are some oranges. Yeah, we use some because the orange here is more than one. There are some oranges. The second sentence, the second example for you, there are some cats. There are some cats. Yeah, because the cat here is more than one. And then there are some students. You can see in the picture there are some students there, so the sentence, there are some students. Don't forget to put S in the noun. For example, oranges, cats with S, and then students with S. Well, as I said before that some, we can use some for countable and also uncountable noun. In the previous slide, I have showed you that some with countable noun. In this slide, I will show you that some can also used by with uncountable noun. For example, there is some rice. There is some pen. There is some water. Okay, the next is about any. As I said before that any, we can use this sentence in the form of negative and also question with plural nouns. Yeah, you can see the pictures. There are three kinds of picture: oranges, cats, and students. If you want to make a sentence by using any, yeah, this is the example for you. In the form of negative sentence, there aren't any oranges. There aren't any oranges. Yeah, this is a negative sentence. We have to use not. There are not any oranges. Okay, the second picture. There aren't any cats. There aren't any cats. There are not. Yeah, this is a negative sentence. You can see here there are word not in this sentence. There are not any cats. And then the last one, if you want to make a question by using any, yeah, this is the example for you. Are there any students? Are there any students? So the to be here are is written in the first sentence or initiated this sentence. Are there any students? Are there any students? Okay, next, any. Any is also used for uncountable nouns. Of course, that is for negative and also question form. Okay, the first sentence here in the form of negative, there isn't any rice. And then there isn't any pen. And the last one, if you want to make a question with the word any, yeah, this is the example for you. Is there any water? Yeah, the next one is a lot of. A lot of with plural nouns and uncountable nouns. With plural nouns and uncountable nouns. Yeah, this is the example for you. There are a lot of students. There is a lot of sugar. Yeah, you can see here a lot of we can use with plural noun. The example here is some students. And then for the uncountable nouns, the example here is sugar. So the sentence, there are a lot of students. There is a lot of sugar. Many with countable nouns in negative sentences. Yeah, for example, there aren't many cats. There aren't many students. Yeah, there aren't many cats. It means that there are not many cats. There are not many students. Next is about much. Much with uncountable nouns in negative sentences. The example, there isn't much pain. There isn't much rice. How many? How many with countable nouns in the form of questions? Yeah, how many cats are there? How many cats are there? And then how many students are there? So here we use how many with countable noun because we can count the cats and the students, so that we use how many. And then how much should follow with uncountable nouns in the form of question. For example, how much pain is there? How much rice is there? Yeah, we can count the pain and the rice, so we use how much. How much pain is there? How much rice is there? Yeah, finally, this is the summary for you, the summary of this material. We have learned about a, an, some, and any, and also another quantifiers. Yeah, for the first here, I will make a summary about a, an, some, and any. For affirmative, negative, and question form, and this is the type of the noun: countable singular, countable plural, and uncountable. We use a and an for countable singular, and then for affirmative, negative, and question form. And we use some for countable plural and for uncountable in the form of positive sentence. And we use any for countable plural and uncountable in the form of negative and questions. Next, this is the summary about much, many, lot of, how much, and how many. Yeah, we use a lot of for plural and also for uncountable noun in the form of positive sentence. And many, we use many for countable plural and in the form of negative sentence. And much is used for uncountable noun in the form of negative sentence. How many? We use how many for countable plural in the form of questions. And then how much? We use how much for uncountable noun in the form of questions. Alright, this is the time for you to do the exercise. Complete the sentences with a, an, much, many, some, any, lots of, how much, or how many. So put it the correct quantifiers into these blank spaces. I have some questions for you, number 1 up to number 10. Alright, this is the number 6 up to number 10. Yeah, please fill the blank spaces here with the quantifiers correctly. Please submit it into Google Classroom. Alhamdulillahirobbilalamin. This is the end of this video lesson for today. If you have still find difficulties to comprehend this material, don't be shy to ask to me in Google Classroom. I think that's all for this material. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you on the next video.